Okay. Did you accept that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. Welcome, everybody. My name is Brian Simon. I'm a professor in the history department and the academic chair of honors. And today I'm starting a new series for the honors program to talk about classes that will be offered in the future, classes that you might be interested in. And the class that we're going to talk about today is Larry Staines' class, which we'll offer in the fall of 2022. And the class is called True Stories. Staines is a professor at Klein. He's written for Philadelphia Magazine and also the New York Times Magazine, Sports Illustrated, and Rolling Stone. And last week I was talking to Gabby we're gonna have to do this. Pavlakis, right? Pavlakis. Sorry, Gabby.
It's okay.
We'll edit that. And I was asking her about classes she took. Gabby is a senior and in the honors program. And she said to me, and I love this line, she said that Staines' True Stories class was her favorite syllabus that she had in college. So I wanted Gabby to talk a little bit more about what she meant by her favorite syllabus.
Yeah, so this is Zoe.
Hi, Zoe.
The reason that I liked the syllabus so much is even before I started the course, he released the syllabus over the summer and I looked through it. And a lot of the books that we read were books or authors that I'd been meaning to read, but they were kind of like, they weren't the easy books that you read for fun during the semester. They were more intense books that I wouldn't have a professor's guidance to read because I wasn't an English or journalism major. But the class is structured in a really cool way. So each week it's a different unit, like a different topic. So we had one unit that was Good Cops, Bad Cops, and we read In Cold Blood by Truman Capote. And that was one of my favorites. We had a unit called Through the Cuckoo's Nest, and we read 3 Days in a Roundhouse or 3 weeks in the Madhouse, I think. And it was like a short story about a woman who went to a mental hospital in the 1920s and lived there for 3 weeks. And I would have never read anything like that if I hadn't taken this class, but not only was it just like so enlightening to read, but it was also entertaining. And I took this last semester. So during the chaos of senior year, it's definitely great to have a class that you're looking forward to and whose homework doesn't feel like homework. But also the way that the syllabus works is during class, each student gets one text and they make a presentation about it. So mine was In Cold Blood. And you write about the author and where they're from, who they are, what else they've written, and then any of the data surrounding the book. So like the public opinion after it became released or the process of writing it. And so not only are you reading these new authors, but you're also getting a really deep insight into like the culture that surrounded the making of the text. So I think that was also a really powerful way to like get us involved. And that's how it works for every week. So there's no like lecturing. It's all very interactive, and that's a direct result of how the syllabus was laid out. But yeah.
So Gabby, why should people sign up for this class? I mean, you've already said.
Other than what I just said, I love to read. I read a million books, I swear, from elementary school to high school, and it was my favorite thing to do. And I did it a lot freshman year, but as my courses got more intense and more research-based, I'm a global security major, so lots of research. I just like didn't have the time, or if I did have free time, I didn't want to read more because I was reading for class, and I was reading textbooks and journal articles and really dense stuff. So I took this class. I just needed an elective in honors, so I didn't have to contract something. And I saw it and it looked interesting. And I thought, I've always wanted to read some of these books that were in this genre of creative nonfiction, but I've never done it because I was too emotionally and mentally exhausted to pick up a book like that after homework. So I took it, and it was like I was getting to read for fun again, except it was for class. So I felt like I was like doing something productive with my time, whereas sometimes reading for pleasure won't feel like you're doing something productive. So if you like to read and you haven't done it a lot in college and you're not an English major and you're not a journalism major, don't be scared, because it was honestly just like a culturally enriching course for me, because it got me out of my bubble of my major. And I'm not even inclined. A lot of people in this class were inclined, but a lot of people also weren't. So you definitely don't have to be. And we don't even talk about like majors in the class. The professor just has it on a spreadsheet. So you're not at any disadvantage if anyone's worried about that. Because the class is just focused on reading and then talking about your thoughts. It's like a little book club almost.
That's great. Gabby, thanks so much. Gabby, thanks so much for talking to us today about Larry Stain's True Stories class. Really appreciate it. Bye.
Of course.
All right. Stop. Oh my God. Sorry, Gabby.